You know what? I feel John Wick's cause. Hey guys, Victoria here, and welcome to The Geeky Sandbox. John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, directed by Chad Stahelski, stars, of course, Keanu Reeves, Halle Berry, Lawrence Fishburne, I'm like blanking for a second, Lawrence Fishburne and Ian McShane, and several other actors, and of course some amazing pets and dogs. Guys, I was able to see this movie with Steven, and we had a blast. It was really fun. Though this John Wick Chapter 3 video isn't going to contain any spoilers whatsoever, I am going to have to reference John Wick Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 just to give you guys a synopsis about what Chapter 3 is about. Just kind of giving everyone who hasn't seen any of them what it is about, and just kind of giving you guys some kind of refresher or reminder of where we are now in this day that John Wick is going through. So if you don't want any spoilers from John Wick Chapter 1 or John Wick Chapter 2, then go ahead and skip this video. But if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go ahead and say what happened that led us up to this point without giving too much away. And going on. So within the first two John Wick movies, everyone knows the whole iconic thing with John Wick. His dog was killed by someone that works in a kind of an assassin's organization called the High Table. And so John Wick's like, you know what? I'm really pissed off and I'm having a bad day. So of course he kills and guns down the iconic legendary leader of the High Table. And so this kind of puts John Wick where we are now in John Wick Chapter 3, where there's a hit out on him. And everyone's going after him. You've got assassins left and right, and here he is just trying to survive the night in New York. Keanu Reeves as a person is just amazing. So you can always see some of that shine through with some of the very decent-hearted characters that he plays. And though John Wick is an assassin, or he's able to like get his hands dirty and break people's necks and shoot them like right in the face, you still love him. He's relatable and you're rooting for him the entire movie. It's just something about the way John Wick is written as a character, and the way Keanu Reeves is able to portray him. Of course, Halle Berry did an amazing job as her character as well. Really amazing. I was happy to see her. For those of you who don't know, I am a huge Halle Berry fan. I've always loved her, so it was nice to see her in something. Because as you guys have known, some of her other action movies, she's either the eye candy or maybe it doesn't do too well and many people don't get to go see it. So I'm happy that, you know, she has John Wick under her belt, though she was in a previous John Wick movie. But though I'm happy she has John Wick under her belt as this very successful action movie where people can know, hey, I can be taken seriously. So I'm happy for her. She did a really great job in this one. Lawrence Fishburne did amazing. And then Ian McKellen, I said, why do I want to call him Ian McKellen all the time? His name is just stuck on my brain. Ian McShane did a great job. It was nice seeing him return. And it was just a nice cast overall. They did a really great job casting everyone down to our primary and leading actors, to our secondary actors and supporting actors, and to background characters. I feel like they did a really great job with all of this. In regards to the script, I do think it flowed nicely. It was very much more so action-based versus story-based. Like, of course, there was still a little story there, but they definitely focused on the fighting within this movie, which I'm going to talk more about a little later. But yeah, so if you're going for this like very captivating story, that's not what this is. This is a fun ride for you to have fun, root for John Wick, and watch him kick some butt. Of course, Steven felt like the first John Wick movie was better. A lot of people feel like that, but that doesn't take away from the enjoyment of John Wick Chapter 3. Now, since we're talking about the script and the plot and things like that, I do want to talk about the motivation of John Wick. There is some point in the movie where he ends up kind of switching and changing his mind on something that's core to his heart, and it does cause him to, like I said, do a complete 360 in his actions and what he wants and things like that. And once he gets to that place of where he finally gets to make that decision, where he gets to finally turn everything around, he changes his mind. And it's like the trip we took in order to get there was kind of for nothing. But I mean, I understand that it was for him as a character to realize, hey, I don't need to do what I think I need to do. I'm fine just where I am. So, I mean, I understand that was definitely a personal character journey, but as an audience member, it kind of felt like, maybe we didn't have to go through that whole thing with him, but that's just splitting hairs. Overall, it flowed nicely. The fight scenes are really awesome, which leads me into how the fight scenes were cut. Everyone knows you have to cut a scene 6,000 times to have a very successful fighting scenes. Look at our amazing MCU, and even some things in the DCU, and even some other action movies. There's a lot of cutting within those movies, but with John Wick, there were a lot of wide shots. So not only do you get to see these actors and their stunt doubles really go to work, but you're not really distracted with them cutting here and his arms here and his leg is there and it cuts to this and he's getting a headbutt. It's none of that. It's very smooth. It's very seamless, and you could just really tell, like, of course, you know, everyone's going to have a stunt double, but you can really tell that Keanu Reeves and Halle Berry definitely put a lot of time and effort into practicing that choreography. And I'm pretty sure fight choreography is not easy. So my hat's off to them. I'm happy that, I don't know, they paid attention to what type of sound effects that they wanted to amplify within the movie, whether it was an arm breaking or a neck snapping or something like that. They paid attention to those things and what they felt were important for the scene versus what wasn't. There were so many times where John Wick would do something and I'm like, ooh, ow, oh, okay. And like my friend Day, you guys met Day, she usually has sympathy pains whenever she sees a movie and it may be a little gory or something like that. I had sympathy pains. If John Wick went in for the kill and he yanked somebody off of something by their head, I'm just like, oh God, my neck hurts. Oh. But yeah, the theater we were in was very lively. Everyone seemed to really be there to just have a good time. No one was being super critical. And I'm happy I went to go see it. Of course, there are some other movies I still haven't gone to go see yet, like Aladdin and Detective Pikachu, which those are going to be coming soon, and movies like Ma and Godzilla, which I'm still kind of figuring out if I'm going to see that or not, which who knows, I might. But, you know, all these awesome movies are coming, and some have just come out this past week. But I'm really happy that I decided to go see John Wick 3, because the other two I waited until they came out on DVD or were available for me to stream online, and it's something being able to experience Keanu Reeves bring this character to life while you're sitting in a movie theater with a bunch of other people. It was really awesome. So what do I give John Wick Chapter 3? I would give John Wick Chapter 3 4 out of 5 geeks. If you like this video, guys, go ahead and give me a like rating down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more movie reviews like this one. And until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.